Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Premier Perspective. Today we are here to somewhat talk about the United Chelsea game along with what it means for the bigger picture in terms of the title race. Chelsea United played a 0-0 game today. You could say that it was somewhat boring. There were some chances throughout the game, but neither team had a chance that was like, wow, they should have really scored there. The issue of the game was with VAR in terms of the penalty. Me and Ryan have somewhat different opinions in terms of the penalty. I'm pretty certain that it was a penalty. Ryan's pretty certain that it wasn't.
Not for
But
me. No way. Not that the way they're just going up for. It's just the way the ball bounces. One of those unlucky ones that, and it's both of them hit it. There's no Greenwood, in my opinion, hit it first. I think that's how it went. He had it up. Hudson-Odoi was right by him. It really didn't change the trajectory of the ball. It wasn't really a goal scoring. You couldn't say it's like a goal scoring thing. Even if Hudson-Odoi in that position took the ball and slapped it right from Greenwood, that doesn't. It didn't change.
yeah,
That would have been a
I mean
pen, obviously, but
Hudson Odoi was in his own box. The thing that makes me think that it was a penalty was that so it hits both their arms, I'm pretty sure, but it hit
right.
us. It hit Hudson-Odoi's arm first. It hit his hand, and then it proceeded to hit Greenwood's arm. But like, if you see the still picture, I'm gonna try and like insert it right now into the video. But if you look into the still picture, it hits his hand, and that doesn't look like a natural position to me. I mean, his
Yeah,
arms
but it
like
was just
in
the
here,
way
like.
it bounced, though.
Yeah,
It
I
was just the
realize that
way
the
it
bounce is
bounced.
unfortunate, but then at the end of the day, like, it comes to the question about like how to interpret the law of the handball with it always changing and
And the
how we
way
feel about it.
and the way it was like,
Hmm.
because they were clearing their lines. It wasn't like United was attacking them at the time. That would have been different, but they were clearing it. It was a 50-50,
Hmm.
and the way the ball bounced just happened to hit his hand. Even if it's unintentional and even if it's not a natural position, there's just no way that if that's called, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I could see either way. I mean, personally, if I was referee, I would have called it because I just feel like Hudson-Odoi makes contact first. Like, they're both in a weird position, but then again, like, I feel like the hand's not attached to the body. He puts it up a little bit in a weird position. I don't know, but it is what it is. The game, it ended up not getting called.
Regardless, boring game.
Yeah,
Either way, didn't
ends up
matter.
being 0-0. What that means now for the bigger picture, United and Leicester City, who were both, you could say, the teams that are trying to put some pressure on City, both dropped points this weekend. Leicester with the disappointing 3-1 loss to Arsenal. Arsenal actually looked like a decent Premier League team for
Arsenal looked nice today. They did.
one of the
Gotta
few
say it.
times this season. Leicester looked poor. United dropping points now. So now with 12 games left in the season, United are now 12 points behind. And for a City team that's only lost two games out of 26 and have failed to lose in the last 20 games, I don't see them dropping 12 points in 12 games. I don't
In
I don't
12
see it
games.
happening. I could see them. I mean, obviously, I'm not. I don't think that City's gonna go all the way with winning every single game until the season ends. They're gonna
No,
drop some
but
points here and there, but 12, and the factor to put in too is not only 12 points. It's 12 points with
with United and
United
Leicester,
not dropping points,
same with Leicester.
which
Leicester wouldn't be
wouldn't
able to drop
happen
points
either
either.
as well. So, um, I've been saying for like a couple weeks now. I think it's pretty locked in that City's gonna win the league. Makes me happy as a City fan.
Makes me very
Um,
happy.
now for City, at least to focus on the Champions League. But when what we're now gonna be focusing on more now that the title race seems to have widened too much is how these last Champions League spots are gonna go in. You know, Leicester dropping points today, United dropping points. I feel like I mean, time can change. The gap is still not too much between fifth place and second. It's only 6 points. But I feel like United and Leicester are somewhat of a lock for 2 and 3.
I
I
think so
feel
too.
like they're gonna
I
end two
agree.
and three. I feel like the battle right now is who's gonna end fourth. You
And
know,
that's a lot of teams. There could be
yeah, it
multiple
is a
teams
lot of
that
teams,
are in it.
and West Ham, even though they lost to City, they looked really good. Chelsea, they've drawn the last two games, but they haven't lost under Tuchel yet. Liverpool obviously haven't been good, but then again, they're still the Liverpool team. They're still a good team with great players. Everton, they're somewhat shaky at times, but they get results here and there, and with the great coach. And not even if you think about it, Tottenham, they had a good game today against Burnley. Like,
Solid.
it seems like Bale's getting into form. Their players are getting more into form together, and you never know. I mean, if you think about it right now, if Tottenham were to win their game in hand, they're only 2 points. They're only 3 points behind fourth place West Ham. So anything could happen, and that's I feel like is going to be the battle that we're going to be looking at more. Who's going to end in the last Champions League spot?
Yeah, for sure. That'll be really exciting to watch towards the end, in my opinion. Um, Even though West Ham, I mean, West Ham, you like, I want to say every video that, oh, they don't have the consistency for it. Same with Everton, but then they go and be consistent, and that's like, and so I
Yeah.
don't know. It's a weird way to look at it. And you look at the teams like who's up there right now. I have the table right here. Liverpool, just haven't been doing it for me. I don't think they're going to get that top four spot considering how they can't score goals despite their front three. I could go on all day about how Liverpool should have done better this season with the players they have, even though I don't really care for them as a team. Chelsea been playing really well, can't score goals all the time, but really haven't let up a lot of goals, and like you said, haven't lost under
Mhm.
Tuchel yet. Everton just on and off. I don't think they'll be it because even if they have a great run of form, they tend to drop at some point. Tottenham, they are getting into form, but at the same time, I think it could be pretty easy. I'm sorry to shoot them down. So I don't know. It'll be really exciting to watch. I think if any team deserves the fourth place spot is Chelsea or West Ham. And
I
to say West
agree.
Ham, that's big ups to them because that's usually they're that. I think
Yeah.
in my predictions before the season this year, I predicted West Ham going down. Not
That's
maybe
a
not
bit of
going
that's a
down.
bit of a bold
Maybe
statement.
it might not have been going down. It might have been like 16th,
16,
17th, but
17.
wasn't but pretty close to that bottom three
Mm-hmm.
because usually they're that team, and I figured one season they were going to have a bad one, and I thought it was going to be this one, but I was really wrong, and I have to give that respect to them because they've
Yeah.
really turned out and played even against City. I mean, City had to score off two. I mean, the City's goals were both great goals, very well
Mm-hmm.
worked, but it was their center backs. It wasn't even their strikers. So they held their main attacks. West Ham did and tied them the first time, and they're always difficult to play against. The On that first goal, the West Ham scored, Mikel Antonio, the Lingardinho assist. The amount of guys that they threw into the box it's really difficult to defend against, and you could see why so many other teams have a problem against West Ham. So
Yeah,
that again,
for sure.
that fourth place spot is going to be really exciting. But for me, United and Leicester both have that lock, despite them not really kicking it up all the time
Mm-hmm.
and dropping points where they shouldn't.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely gonna be a battle that we want to look into more. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this week. And currently, right now, as we're recording, Sheffield and Liverpool are playing. 25th minute 0-0. By the time this video is out, we'll know the result. So that will also change the trajectory in terms of how they're looking for the fourth place. But yeah, that
If
pretty much
Liverpool don't score this game, I don't know what to tell them.
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know
know
what
what
to
to.
tell you against 20th place Sheffield, who's let in 41 goals all season. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up for us here. We want to say thank you for all the support that we received throughout these videos. We're gonna be back during the week with a Premier League related video. Not exactly sure what it's gonna be yet, but it's gonna be Premier League related. And then next weekend, we're gonna have some guests with us for reaction to the Manchester Derby.
Huge game.
Huge game. Really excited to watch that one, and really excited to record that video too. So like I said already, thank you so much for all the support, and we'll see you guys soon.